In this episode of the Oval Altar, the fictional Thorne administration must navigate a real-world regional crisis. In early March 2026, the Iranian regime is in its most significant crisis ever, following the assassination of Supreme Leader Ayatollah
Ali Khamenei on February 28 during joint U.S. Israeli strikes.
Episode 9, the shifting sands of Tehran. The conflict was Shahed on U.S Israeli, while the top tier of Iranian leadership was decimated. An Interim Leadership Council consisting of President Masoud Pezeshkian, Ayatollah Alireza Arafi, and Gholam-Hossein Mohseni-Ejei has assumed temporary power in retaliation. Remnants of the regime and its proxies have launched hundreds of Shahed drones and missiles at Islamic neighbors, including the UAE, Kuwait, Bahrain, and Saudi Arabia, even striking the U.S Embassy in Riyadh. The scene.
The Gideon response.
In the Situation Room, General Sterling presents a list of retaliatory targets. Marcus is tracking global oil prices, which have soared following attacks on regional energy infrastructure.
We aren't fighting a nation, we're fighting a dying state. They're trying to drag their brothers into the fire. We will defend our neighbors, but our goal is not to destroy Iran. It's to liberate the Iranian people who are already rising up in the streets.
Elias authorizes a Shield of Abraham operation, using U.S. and Israeli naval assets to intercept drones, while explicitly avoiding further civilian casualties to support the millions of protesters seeking regime change.
Grace's Table of Nations.
The organizes a televised prayer vigil featuring leaders from the Gulf Cooperation Council.
The chaos Marcus tries to stop her from serving peace baklava because he's worried it's security risk.
Marcus, if we can't share a dessert, we certainly can't share a border. Besides, Proverbs 25:21 says, if your enemy is hungry, give him food right now. The Iranian people are hungry for more than just bread.
Elias goes on air, speaking directly to the Iranian people in proxy.
To the people of Iran,
your supreme leaders are gone, but your true leader remains.
Do not let the remaining few burn your house down as they leave. Stand up, take back your country, and we will be the first to help you rebuild it.
He just invited 80 million people to a rebuilding party while we're still mid-air strike. I need to update our FEMA budget for international grace grants.
Take back your country clip is being airdropped to every phone in Tehran. It's not just a trend, it's a revolution.
In this high-stakes episode of the Oval Altar,
the Thorne administration faces the chaotic transition following the fall of the old regime, while dealing with the dying stings of its remaining military apparatus.
Episode 10, the ballot and the battery.
As of March 3, 2026, Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has been killed in joint U.S. Israeli strikes, triggering both celebrations and a massive power vacuum, while a decentralized Interim Leadership Council attempts to hold power. Hardline remnants continue to launch ballistic missiles and drones at Israel and neighboring Islamic states like the UAE and Saudi Arabia.
Stop
Situation Room, General Sterling reports that half of Iran's missile launchers have already been destroyed. However, sleeper mobile units are still firing.
We don't need a total war, we need a targeted peace.
If they fire a missile, we take out the launcher, but we leave the city standing. Proverbs 21:31 says the horse is made ready for the day of battle, but victory rests with the Lord. Let's make sure our readiness is precise.
Alias authorizes Operation Sentinel Grace, using U.S B-1 bombers to systematically dismantle the remaining ballistic missile production and drone facilities, while establishing local air superiority over Tehran.
First, we Alexa Black. The Khamenei is a 19-year-old influencer whose entire platform is free Wi-Fi and saffron fries. We need a vetting process that doesn't involve a 12-day prayer circle.
Actually, Marcus, why not a national listen tour? Let the people speak. If they can brave the streets for freedom, they can brave a ballot box. We just need to ensure the Interim Council doesn't accidentally lose the ballots.
Despite the missile fire and regional chaos, the first digital election begins in Tehran using Starlink-enabled hubs.